My name is Jörg Friedrich. I'm a co-founder and game designer at Paintbucket here in Berlin. I have been making games since almost 20 years. I have been working for big studios, big teams, and in 2017 I founded Paintbucket Games. Berlin is the place to be. I think I love this mixture of different people, different cultures. I love the opportunities that you have in these cities. I love the open spaces. So I wouldn't know where else to go. Indie games for me is like punk rock. It's when professional gaming is like making professional music. Everybody is a professional and is really good and skilled, but they also keep the gate kind of closed of who's allowed to play. In indie games, the door is wide open. Everyone can try to do everything. And I like this spirit of openness in indie games. That's why I founded Paintbucket. So Paintbucket is an indie studio. In Through the Darkest of Times, you play as a resistance fighter during the Nazi time in Berlin, and you try to persist as a civilian resistance group and resist the Nazis as good as you can. The game was the first game in Germany that got an H rating by the German H rating board, despite the fact that it showed swastikas, which made quite the fuss. And I felt like a lot of people saw the significance of this topic and that it is shown in a game and that games can do this. So yeah, the game won a couple of awards. It was nominated as Best German Game and it won the Best Serious Game at the German Computerspielpreis. Three years ago, when we started working on Through the Darkest of Times, we felt that there was a gap, that games as the most important narrative medium of the 21st century did not tell a lot about this particular part of history. And we felt that this is a gap that is worth filling. And we also hoped that by making a game about the darkest times, we could add a little bit to preventing those darkest times ever happening again. Through the Darkest of Times is a mix of narrative and strategic game. We wanted to have both aspects of it in it. So having a real game where you make real strategic decisions, but at the same time have a strong narrative impact. I think people are open to read long texts if they are paced well, right? People read a lot on Twitter. They read long times, but it's all happening in short, interesting sequences. And I think that is the key to get people to read. I love text-based games. I always wanted to make a text-heavy game because I think texts require imagination on the user side. They let you make your own images. They let you fill the gaps. So I think text is absolutely fine for modern games if paced well. Well, it doesn't fit the academic definition of a serious game, but since so many people want to call it that, I think it's fine. Handy Games is a publisher from Bavaria, Germany. They are focusing on small studios, on indie games especially, but they are part of the THQ Nordic Embracer Group, and therefore they are local, but they also have a worldwide network. They helped us in a lot of ways when it came to marketing or distributing the game. They were a huge help and really, yeah, helped a lot for the success of the game. When we started out, we were just 2 people, but we were used to work in a bigger studio with many people around us. And we kind of missed this creative environment of just talking to people and just sharing ideas or showing your things and just, yeah, helping each other. And Saftladen does provide all of this, while still leaves us independent. We're working on a new game, and it's also a historical/political game, but it's a very different genre.